Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this video is on rearranging the formula with multiple x's. Here we have our first problem, and it says make x the subject of the formula when the equation is x add 3 is equal to 4 minus x. So the first thing we're going to start out doing is take away 3 from both sides to get this x on its own. So if we take away 3, we're going to be left with x is equal to, because the 3's cancel each other out, 4 take away 3 minus x. Now we can simplify this down a bit more to give us x is equal to 1, because 4 take away 3 is 1, minus x. Now we want all our x's on one side, and we want to try and keep it positive if possible. So we're going to add x to both sides to get rid of this one and get it on this side. So if we add x, that's going to give us 2x is equal to 1, because we've got x here and x here, which gives us 2x. Now to get x on its own, we're going to have to divide by 2, because we only want 1x. So x is equal to 1 divided by 2. So x is equal to a half. Here we have our second problem, and it says make x the subject of the formula 2x add 6 is equal to 3 minus 4x. So again, just like before, we want to try and get x on its own. So if we try and make this x here the subject, like get them all on this side, the first thing we're going to want to do is take away 6. So 2x, take away 6. Take away 6 from our plus 6 is just going to give us plus 0. So 2x is equal to 3 take away 6 minus 4x. Now we can simplify this down a bit more. So we're going to get 2x is equal to 3 minus 6, which is going to give us minus 3, minus 4x. Now we want to get all our x's on one side, so we're going to plus 4x to get this x over here. So plus 4x is going to give us 6x is equal to minus 3. Now just like before, we want to get x at just one x on one side, so we're going to have to divide by 6. So x is equal to minus 3 divided by 6. So x is equal to minus 3 over 6, which we can cancel down to equal minus 1 over 2. So x is equal to minus a half. Here we have our third problem, and it says make x the subject of the formula 5x plus 3 is equal to xy plus 2y. Now this one isn't really any different to the ones we've done before, except for the fact we have y in there as well. So we'll start out just the same, and we want to try and get this 5x on its own. So how we do that is minus our 3. So we're going to end up with 5x is equal to xy add 2y minus 3. Now we have an x here, but it's xy, and we want to get all our x's on one side. So all we're going to do is take away xy, which gets rid of it on this side and puts it on the side with the 5x. So we're going to get 5x minus xy is equal to 2y minus 3. Now you see here we have two x's, but the 5 and the y aren't similar, so we can't cancel them down. So how we sort this out is we need to factorise just this bit of the equation. So if we take our common factor outside the brackets, which is our x, we're going to be able to factorise it. So if we take away our x from this first bit, we're going to be left with 5. If we take away our x from this second bit, we're going to be left with minus y. And if we just expand that out to check, x times 5 is 5x, and x times y is minus xy. And that works because that's exactly the same here. So we're going to get that x, 5 minus y, is equal to 2y minus 3. To do to get x on its own is divide by our 5 minus y. So if we divide by 5 minus y, we're going to be left with x is equal to 2y minus 3 divided by 5 minus y. That's the answer to the equation. Here we have our fourth problem, and it says make x the subject of the formula when the equation is xy minus 3y is equal to 2x add 6. Now just like before, we're going to put all our x's on this left hand side here. So we're going to want to get rid of our 3y first. Because it's a minus, we need to add it to cancel it out. So add 3y. to both sides, which is going to give us xy is equal to 2x, add 6, add 3y. Now we want to get this 2x over to this left hand side to get all our x's on one side, so all we're going to do is minus 2x. So if we do that, we're going to get xy minus 2x is equal to 6 add 3y. Now just like before, we're going to want to factorise this bit of the equation right here so that we can get x on its own. So our common factor in both of them is x, so we're going to take that outside the brackets. And then if we divide this part of the equation by x, we're just going to be left with our y. And the same with the minus 2x, we're just going to be left with minus 2. And a quick little check, x times y is equal to xy, and x times minus 2 is equal to minus 2x. So that's right, that's our factorise. So that's our factorisation. Now if we write that up here, x, y minus 2 is equal to 6 add 3y. Just like before, we want to get x on its own, so all we're going to do is divide by y minus 2. So that's going to give us x is equal to 6 add 3y over y minus 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any future video ideas that you guys have which I could make to help you out. Also be sure to check out all my social medias which are linked in the description box below.